an excellent one to look at as well. But no, in answer to your question, I don't believe that we need one single book that covers all of heathenry. I just don't. In first place, that would never happen, and there's not enough of us that could agree on one single book.
Agreed. I think if I mean, I know it's I've heard it talked about, but yeah, I feel that if we did try to go that route, or if somebody did, then we'd get exactly what happened to Christianity. We'd have 20 different denominations running around with their own book.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, so in a sense, we'd have 21 books. It's yeah, I agree with you. I don't think it needs to be, but because it's something I've heard about before, I wanted to ask you. So
it's something that's just like somebody asked me a while back about kind of universalizing House of True, essentially bringing it all under one umbrella, one church as it was. And I thought, oh God, here we go with the Catholic thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it just no. I just when we start taking it away from because our strength is in our kindreds and our tribes. That's what makes us strong, is those small entities. And when we start taking that away and giving it to larger entities, it just, when everybody has to do it this way or it's wrong, no, because like I pointed out earlier, the way I practice and the way you practice is probably completely different in a lot of ways. But you know what? The gods and goddesses accept yours and they accept mine with great pleasure, because it's coming from our heart and we are doing it the way that we feel they would want us to do it. And that's what means more. I can't emphasize that enough. That means more to the gods than all the foo-for-all and pomp and stance that we can throw in there. As long as we practice how we feel that they want us to practice, it's accepted with pleasure. When you start letting other people tell you how to practice, then you stop pleasing the gods and goddesses. It's that simple.
I agree with you. And looking at my list of questions, I think inadvertently we covered some of the other ones, so I'll skip past them. Let's see. How do you feel? What?
I think we've almost covered just about everything.
Yeah, I think there's only about a couple left, so it's I'll get you back to your wife here in a few minutes, I promise. How do you feel about the fact that most folkish kindred do not perform blood sacrifices as their ancestors did? Do you feel blood sacrifices a necessary part of folkish heathenry, or?
I believe it can be. I don't think that it's a necessary part, because the fact is, and the gods and goddesses understand this, not everybody has that ability to do, sacrifice a goat or something like that. I do know some people that they believe in doing the blood sacrifice so much that because they can't do that they actually sacrifice their own blood. I've done that myself under certain conditions. It's not something I suggest for everybody to do. Actually, it's not something I suggest for anybody to do. I did it because it was necessary at the time. I've been in a position in my life where literally all the things that we take for granted, our wishing bowls and our hammers and our ritual hammers and stuff like this, we didn't have available to us. We actually had to improvise and the gods and goddesses understood that. They understood that we were doing the best we could with what we had to do. Do I feel that it's necessary? No. Do I feel that it's something that everyone should do at least once? Yes. It is something, though, that I think people should consider, because I believe it does give honor to the gods, goddesses in a certain way. But no, I don't really think it's a necessary part of it.
Okay. And so now, if you had the chance to be in Stumble with everybody in Asatru, what would you say?
We've come a long way, but we've got a long way to go. Hail the gods, hail the goddesses, hail the ancestors, and hail the folk.
Good words. Now, I've stood in Stumble with you once before, and just talked with you before, and you've always been a man of good words, and you could tell that what you speak always comes from your heart. So, which is part of the reason I asked you to do this interview, and I thank you for that.
It's been my pleasure. Whenever you asked me, you caught me off guard, because, like I told you then, I really don't see me as being all that wise a person or anything like that. Every once in a while I get one right, but I mean, I don't really see myself as that wise a person. I do know that there's a lot of people that look to me for guidance and stuff, and I appreciate their belief in me. But I'm just a dumb old cowboy from Texas, and I see things pretty basic. I think of things fairly logically, and I think that's why I feel so close to Tyr, is the fact that I do just kind of look at things in a real basic, logical way, and everything's pretty cut and dried to me. And but I appreciated you asking me, and I hope you enjoyed it, and hope your listeners enjoyed it as well.
Well, I hope so too, and I hope sometime soon I get to see you and your wife again. Hopefully, either you guys get to come up or we get to go down.
That'd be cool. If you don't mind, I would like to say, as a final note, I am the AFA folk builder for Oklahoma, Kansas, Missouri, and Arkansas. If there's anything that I can do to help get folks in contact with other heathens, or possibly get them together for a mood or something like that, I'd be more than happy to help out. And I can be contacted through alcetruavenid@yahoo.com, or you can find me on Facebook also. And like I said, I'd be more than happy to help out. And it's really been a pleasure talking with you, and I give my best to your wife, and hope to get to see you pretty soon.
Roger that, and tell your wife I said hi as well, and thank her for letting me take you away from her for a little while.
Well, she let me get away with it tonight. Tomorrow night's our anniversary, so I wasn't going to be. I got to feel she got a real busy night for me planned, so I'm glad we could do it tonight.
So am I. Well, thanks again, Greg, and I really appreciate it.
Sure thing. And you have a blessed night, and all your listeners be blessed also.
Thanks, Greg. I'll talk to you later.
Bye-bye.